Yo, this is SoulDrum86 bringing you another video. Hopefully I don't make this video too long. Just wanted to talk about this really quick. But as I've talked about many times, I'm going to wait for 2K25. I'm not going to get it right now. But just like what typically can happen, and I've always talked about this and talked about the fact that we have to get rid of this mentality, but the fear of missing out, it started to creep up on me this weekend. It really did. But I stood strong, and a lot of it was just certain signs that were kind of like happening, right? And I've had a few subscribers talk about their experience with the game so far, and they do like it. So a part of it was that. So it's like my subscribers have actually done a better job at selling the game to me than 2K has, because at the end of the day, when you get ready to make a purchase, right? Especially a purchase that's going to cost as much as the game does, you want to be excited about it, right? You don't want a purchase just to purchase it. And I want to be excited when I do get 2K. Like I genuinely want to be, I want to have some sort of happiness because when you're buying a game, video games are supposed to bring joy and excitement and things like that. So it's like you want that kind of joy and excitement when you get ready to make that purchase. You don't necessarily want it to be, well, everybody else is doing it, so let me just go ahead and do it too. So I try to avoid that at all costs, right? So over the weekend, let me just tell you guys, um, everywhere I went, surprisingly enough, 2K25 is pretty much like sold out everywhere. Um, I've never seen that before. And it has to be because of the new stuff that's added into the game, and just people kind of just being really, really excited about it, which is not a bad thing. And, you know, if people want to be excited, they have every right to be excited about it. But it was very difficult to find. There were, I mean, at Walmart, I went to Walmart Friday. They had a few copies left. Like when I say a few, I literally mean they had a few copies left. And then when I checked Target, I think Target had literally one copy left. And I went to a Record Exchange Sunday. They were sold out of the PS5 version. They had one left for the Xbox. And then when I went to Best Buy, um, they had no, it was sold out. They like you could order it and get it shipped to you in about a day for free, but it wasn't available for store pickup until March 22nd. And yeah, so there was just all of these things where every place that I went to just happened to take a gander. I wasn't even looking for 2K25, but just to take a gander at the game section to see if, like, you know, it was available, and then it wasn't. And I felt like that was like a sign. Like, even though it was, I talked about the places where I did see it, like Walmart Friday, I didn't have that feeling of like wanting to get it until like Saturday. So that's when I started, you know, going to, like, when I went to the other places that I needed to go to for other things, I just happened to take a, you know, look to see if it was there, and it wasn't available. So there's that whole thing, and I'm getting somewhere. Just follow me. I'm getting somewhere with this. So I go on PSN, and I'm not going to get it digitally. I just go on PSN just to check stuff out, to look at, like, you know, um, like the Undertaker pack that you can get if you don't if you didn't get the Undertaker edition, you get the Undertaker stuff for $10. I was like, okay, that sounds about the right price that 2K would do something. I believe it comes with Brother Love in the 90s version of Undertaker, and then some other stuff, like VC, maybe some other stuff. I didn't really look too much into the descriptions of it. And then I was like, okay, let me look for the Accelerator pack. Right now, here's what this is all about. So historically, the Accelerator pack has always been cheap. Now, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I remember buying the Accelerator pack, like, you know, for a while. Um, it would be like, gosh, I want to say like $3. Like, was it like, it was like, I thought it was like 199 before. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, please, because I remember it being like $2, maybe three. I think it went up to $5. Somebody said, but I'm forgetting the price about last year, because when I got the deluxe edition, it came with all of that. You know, when you buy the deluxe edition, it comes with the season pass and the Accelerator pack. But I think I watched a video today because I heard somebody talk about it. The main video wasn't even about this, but they talked about how much what is now called the supercharger. They talked about how much it costs now, and um, they said it was $5 last year. So, and again, if that's true, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know when they rose the price to this. I don't know if that was just this year that they rose the price, but now it's called the supercharger. And when I first saw it, guys, I'm telling you, I thought I was I thought I just couldn't find it in the PlayStation store. Like I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, this is 15. I was like, this is 14.99. I was like, this isn't the accelerator pack. I was like, number one, it says supercharger pack or whatever. I was like, it can't be that. And now mind you, at the time, I'm not reading like anything in the description. I just see that it says supercharger. And I'm like, I don't think this is it. This is something different. And then I kind of glanced over it the first time and it was saying stuff about like, I don't know. Oh God, was it stuff about my rise or whatever? Maybe it was just some other stuff that I just wasn't really paying attention. So I'm trying to look for accelerator pack. And then I said, you know what, let me actually look at the description. And I was reading it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the accelerator pack. They are now selling it for $15. So if you do get the standard edition, if you want a physical copy, like if somebody like me who likes to collect, you are like assed out, man. It's crazy. Because here's the thing, right? Say if I did want to get the accelerator pack and the 2 DLC packs that I want, I might as well get the season pass because it's almost about the same amount of money if I get the 2 DLC packs that I want and the accelerator pack. So it's like you might as well get the season pass so you can just get it all. That sucks. I don't like that. I don't like that, man. It's like, I guess the moral of the story is like 2K for some reason, it's like they're mad at me. I can say that it's like they're mad at us, but just if I want to personalize it real quick, it's like they're upset with me about something, and maybe my videos, I don't know, but it's like everything that keeps happening is making me not want to get the game even more. And I was almost there this weekend. I was almost there. I was like, okay, because I'll get the game, right? Say if I got the game, right, for the full price, because it's not on sale yet, and I said I wasn't going to get it until it was on sale or something like that. But if I did get the game for full price and paid the 75 plus tax, or actually 75 because it's 69.99. So if I paid the $75 and then on top of that, paying the $15, it's like I might as well get the deluxe edition. But I feel like when you get special editions, you should get a physical copy with special editions, man. Like, remember the days when like GameStop would do pre-orders for stuff and you had the option of getting like the fancy, like sometimes it would come with a statue or some type of like cool case, and then it would come with something else and all this other stuff. If you got the deluxe and special edition, it's like, I feel like we should have a physical copy of the Bloodline edition and the Undertaker edition. And it just, to me, paying $100 for a digital game and you don't get anything that you can actually hold in your hands, that's where it loses me. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't really have much value to it. So it's like I'm giving you $100, but it doesn't feel like I'm really getting my money's worth, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't make sense to you guys. I don't know. I just think that that's bogus. But I feel like they made the supercharger cost so much, so it forces people to get the season pass. But here's the kicker. The season pass is not that great this year. They got a lot of good names, don't get me wrong. The DLC, like the Attitude Era, the Saturday Night Main Event pack, my favorite packs by far. But there's also, for people who want to keep their, like, say if they're doing a universe mode, they're basing their universe mode off of the current talent right now. You get Penta, you get Jordan Grace, you get all of these people. You get what? Motor City Machine Guns. You get all of these people that are currently wrestling that it makes your roster up to date. So that's cool. But for people like me, I don't care about those first 3 packs or whatever. I only care about the Attitude Era pack and the Legends pack. So that was my plan. So when I got the game, for however much I got the game for, I was thinking that I could just go pay what, $5 or whatever for the accelerator pack, and then on top of that just pay the $10 here for the Attitude Era pack, and then a couple months later pay another $10 for the Saturday Night's Main Event pack and call it a day. And the fact that like I'm going to pretty much have to get the season pass because it's a better deal, because at least you get all of those other characters. I'm going to have to get characters that I don't want, because I don't want to play with NBA players in this game. I don't care about any of the celebrity characters. I normally would download celebrity characters from community creations. I don't necessarily want to pay for celebrity characters. I never used uh, Post Malone. I have never used was it MGK was one of the characters. I think it was like what, 23 or 22, whatever. Anytime they have one of those, like a rapper or whoever in, I don't even like look at them to look at what their entrance looks like. I'll look at it online on YouTube, but I literally don't pick them. I don't pick to beat them up, nothing like that. They literally don't get selected at all. So it just kind of sucks that like it's like we're forced to get the season pass, and they know that they kind of screwed us on the season pass, even though there's some great names in there. They screwed us with the celebrity stuff, and I still don't even think we know what the celebrity guests are. I still think that it's a surprise right now. But and then the NBA players, I don't think we know what the NBA players are that are going to be in the game. So that's even up in the air. It just, man, the way 2K is doing business this year with the island, the accelerator pack, the season pass with the characters, it's just like, man, it's like they're actively trying to do everything in their power to get me to not get this game. I swear it's like they're actively trying to keep me from this game, because that was a bit of a it was a little deflating, because I had that little bit of excitement, and even though I wasn't going to make the purchase, I was not going to make a digital purchase. I did, however, want to look to see like, okay, is the accelerator? I don't know what made me check it. Maybe it's because I didn't have to buy it for the first time ever last year, because it was already, I mean, technically I did buy it because it was in the deluxe edition, but because I didn't have to do that separate purchase that I always do every year, it just, for some reason, it made me look at it, and I was just like, I wonder what and it was $14.99. That is crazy, man. That is crazy. I mean, I can make a video about this, but it would have to be its own separate video. But it's like I mentioned before. I can't remember what video I mentioned it in previously, but like, honestly, when it comes to these big companies, these AAA titles, I hate to say it, but like, the gaming industry really is not about our enjoyment anymore. The only time I feel like the gaming industry is truly about our enjoyment is when it comes to these indie developers, and when it comes to these big companies that make games that are kind of like one-offs, like God of War, because I mean, look, they released a free expansion, when that game was out last year, and they I think it was last year when they released it. Got a free expansion. You didn't have to pay any extra money for it. It was a free add-on for more story. Um, like games like RoboCop, that's not really that's not a big company though. Guys, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think about the games that I have, and like, I don't know. It's now, just even looking at my collection now. Sorry, I'm like being quiet. I'm looking at my collection, and a lot of the best games that are really, really fun are the games that are from indie developers. Um, man, jeez. But it really did. I mean, now more so now than ever before, and I've been gaming for a long time now. It's just the gaming industry as a whole. It just doesn't feel like it's for us anymore, man. It's not about the fun that we have. It's not made for us to enjoy. Um, I think they definitely want people to be happy enough with it. You got to make something that's playable, but it's more so about the money now, man, and that really sucks. And granted, every business, it's always about the money because you want to stay in business, you want to be profitable so you can bring out more of what the people want. So you always want to make money. But at the same time, it just felt like, back in the day, like games were made with more passion. They were just made with more of the intent of, okay, what would I enjoy playing, right? It felt like game developers were like us, but they just had the job of making the game and they kind of knew what we wanted. And not everything was great, but for the most part, a lot of stuff was good. A lot of stuff was innovative. A lot of stuff was new. A lot of stuff was fresh. And now it's just give me more money. Give me more money. Let me take away some things, but give me more money. And it's kind of like when I brought up the fact that like $130 for a Bloodline edition. Okay, $130. If I'm somebody that does that, I'm gonna be doing that again in 12 months, doing it all over again. But what am I getting for that? Nothing's transferring over. I have to pretty much start all over again every single time. So it's like a vicious cycle, man. It really, really is. But I just wanted to tell you guys that story, man. I didn't want this video to be too long. I don't want to ramble and I don't want to ramble any more than this, but I just thought it was interesting. This video really isn't even meant to be it's not meant to be a nagging video, a hate video. I just thought that it was funny. Uh, all of this stuff happening, like of me kind of wanting to get the game and seeing all of this stuff, and then the price of the accelerator pack, man. Oh boy, oh boy. So yeah, I definitely have to get this game for a cheaper price, especially with that being the case. But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys feel in the comments section, man. It is your boy Soul Drum 86, and I'm out. Peace.